hopefully we don't have too many cars parked here, because it is mapped out on a car park and it does look empty, which is great. G'day trendsetters, Phat Cruiser here, your friendly Illawarra motovlogger. How you going today, guys? So today I'm off to do a bit of practice. On Friday I get to go for my provisional rider training and get to have an attempt at my motorcycle operator skills test. Now we're doing this Friday. It's a full day course. It goes from 9 till 5. And at the end of it, you should go away with a provisional rider's license. So I'm off to practice doing a few of the maneuvers. There are quite a few of them. I'll explain them shortly. But let's get over to Croom Road Sporting Complex at the stadium there, where another motovlogger, Krieger 650, has got a bit of the course mapped out for us. So I'll be doing a few practice runs there. Let's have a look. So I did come down here the other day and kind of went over some of the lines and markings with some chalk, so we should be able to see most of the obstacles mapped out here. Now let me just turn the engine off here so we don't overheat, because I am an air-cooled motorcycle. So the motorcycle operator skills test consists of 4 sections. The first section is a left-hand turn going around to a stop in the box. So you have to make a left-hand turn between marked lines without touching those lines. Come around and stop with your front wheel in the box, basically without looking at the box. The second test is a cone weave. So the cones are spaced out at 4-meter intervals. There's 5 cones spaced out at 4-meter intervals with a 30-meter offset from the center line. And you have to start by going to the left of the first one, to the right of the second one, and so on and so on. Once you come out of the cone weave, you do a nice wide right-hand turn down into a 6.1 meter box where you have to do a right-hand U-turn. Once that's complete, you move on to what's called the quick stop, where you go through a set of cones, and as soon as your front tyre goes through that last set of cones, you're required to perform a quick stop, which is basically a quick front and rear brake stop and a quick shift down through the gears so that you end up in first again. Now what you have to do is actually stop within a certain distance, otherwise you will be asked to do it again. If you fail the second time, you do get a fail on the test. The last section of the motorcycle operator skills test, or MOST, is the obstacle avoidance test. Now this is where you come through a set of cones, much the same as the quick stop, but what you have to do as you come out of the last set of cones, you have to do a quick turn either to the left or to the right, depending on which way the instructor wants you to go, and then come out through a gate, which is, so wide. From what I could tell from what Krieger 650 has set up here, I am able to do most of these things. I may need to get out and mark a few more extra bits in chalk for a couple of the areas that I'm looking at doing, but we'll start with the first test, which is the left-hand turn and the stop in the box. So let's see how we go. Wish me luck. Okay, so step up to the tee. Now one thing that is very important, and you will lose points for, is you must perform a head check before moving off the tee to do your test. So every single movement, whenever you're going to take off on the motorcycle, you have to perform a head check, and if you don't, you do lose points. So the first obstacle obviously is the left-hand turn with the stop in the box. The idea is to move off after your head check, approach the box at the right-hand side, apply a decent amount of throttle and use your rear brake control to get through the left-hand turn, come around and then stop into the box with your front wheel completely in the box. So let's give it a go. So we'll do a left and a right head check, move off the spot, around to the left, and stop in the box. So as you can see down there, if you can see, I'm not sure if you can, but my entire front wheel is inside the box, not touching any of the lines. So I'll go around again, I'll rock up to the T, left and right head check, move off, decent throttle, applying brake with the left, with the rear brake, around and stop in the box. Alright, so that's the first one pretty much done. So move up to the second one, which is the cone weave and the right hand U-turn. So with the cone weave, same deal. We start off with a head check, and then we take off, we move to the left of the first cone, to the right of the second cone, and so on and so on. As you come out of the cone weave, we do a wide right hand turn, come around into the U-turn box, which is a 6.1 meter square, complete a right hand U-turn and then stop. So here we go, left and right head check, moving off the mark, maintaining a decent amount of throttle and using the right hand, using the rear brake to maintain control. Come around into the U-turn box via the entry lane, using sufficient right brake, and then come to a complete stop. So that was pretty good. We'll go around and we'll do it one more time. Step up to the starting tee, left and right head check, moving off the mark, maintaining an even throttle control, using the brake to control the speed. Out of the cone weave, come around to the U-turn box. No good with that one. So let's try that one again. It's that U-turn that's going to kill me. That's the one I need the most practice with, because I'm riding such a heavy cruiser. Keeping that cruiser upright in tight turns is a little bit difficult, particularly for a learner anyway. So we're on the starting tee, left head, right check, moving off the mark, maintaining decent throttle control. The cone weave is quite easy. Come around to the U-turn box, right over to the left hand side of the box, turning the head, maintaining good throttle and using the brake to control the speed. Come to a stop. So that's pretty good. I mean, on the day we'll get to practice this a lot, so I reckon I'll nail it. Just before we get into the quick stop and the obstacle avoidance sections of the practice, one of the things that you do have to do for both of those sections is get up to a speed of about 20 to 25 kilometers per hour. So for the past couple of minutes here, I've been trying to work out where Krieger 650 has his markings, or how he's marked them up for the quick stop and the obstacle avoidance. Unfortunately, the markings are quite faded, and I'm not real sure how it's set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to practice quick stops from 20 to 25 kilometers per hour and just rely on the training that they give on the day as to how far and how much time I've got to stop. And what I might do is, as I come around here, I'll give a bit of a quick stop a go. Now I am in second gear, 20 to 25, and that's a stop. So that was pretty good. I did slide the back wheel then, but I believe that is allowed for the quick stop. So as we're coming down into the run now, and quick stop. And that's pretty good. I think I'll pass with that one. So the last part of the day is the obstacle avoidance. Now the obstacle avoidance, you come through the same sort of run as you would with the quick stop, and then as your bike exits the entry lane, you have to avoid either a left or a right tennis ball, half tennis ball that's sitting on the ground, and you do have a certain amount of space that you have to get through, and then you have an exit lane that you have to get through also. Alright, so let's do this. We'll head up to the top, and we'll go from the start. Left and right head check, move away, get up to 20 to 25, and avoid. So we'll try that again. Left and right head check, move off the line, get up to speed, and avoid. So far I've only practiced left hand, so this time I might give it a go around to the right. Left and right head check, off the mark, get up to speed, and around to the right. That wasn't too bad. Like I said, some of these obstacles are a bit difficult to do on a big heavy cruiser, but I did go out one night with Krieger 650, and he was showing me a few things on his little 250, I believe it was. It was a sports bike, and I got to say I found it immensely difficult on a sport bike. It's just because I'm just so used to the the forward controls of a cruiser with having my legs out in front of me, that when I actually had my legs just slightly behind me, it was very uncomfortable, and I really had trouble maintaining balance, just because it wasn't something that I was used to. So just to recap, the first section is the left-hand turn with the stop in the box, left and right head check, move off the mark, approach the left turn from the right, maintain brake control with the foot, around the left turn, and stop in the box. So the cone weave and the U-turn, left and right head check, move off, good throttle and brake control. Wide right hand turn around to the U-turn, in through the entry lane, decent throttle, maintaining brake control. Nearly stuffed it, but that was a success. Left and right head check, moving off the mark, getting up to speed, second gear, 20 to 30 kilometers, and stop. Okay, and that was a quick stop. So obstacle avoidance, left and right head check, move off the mark, get up to speed, shift into second, and through the gate. So guys, that is practice for the motorcycle operator skills test. If you liked what you saw, give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment, share it around your social media, and make sure you subscribe by hitting that red button. Thanks for watching, guys. Ride safe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.